Hi, I'm Kim Marshall, and on this episode of Ac3TV, we'll be exploring the role of a team leader with Nur Alton. So Nur, you've been a team leader now for a year and a half. Can you explain to our viewers what the role entails?
Okay, well, I guess in my year and a half as being a team leader, I've learned that there's quite a few aspects to being a team leader. First one being that motivation, motivating the people that you work with. Also, a performance side of things, so continuously striving towards performance targets. And I guess the third and final part would be service orientated, because I guess at the end of the day, we're all on the phones and the end consumer are our customers.
Okay. So what are some of the reasons that people working on the phones might aspire to become a team leader?
Come down to personal reasons, I guess. So whether it be a bigger paycheck, I guess, with a promotion and all, or it come down to just the extra responsibility, or you're trying to add something extra to the resume, challenge yourself and work towards a management role. So it would come down to any one of those, or I guess a combination of them as well.
So it sounds like it could be a great career option for some people. How would they go about expressing an interest in the team leader role?
Well, I guess there'd be two main ways. You could go internally through your human resource department, or there could be, I guess, through external recruitment. Internally though, there'd be a number of things, I guess, that I went through that I'm aware of. So I guess you'd have to be that person who shows that extra initiative in your team, and also not just through human resources, but express your interest in furthering your skills, your development and your career to the upper management that you work with. And I guess the person would have to show that extra initiative in everything they do, staying back late at work to make sure everything's done, and just exceeding all those day-to-day metrics that your entire team and your colleagues have to work towards, but showing that you can excel in everything that you do. And I guess in that way you do gain the respect of the people that you work with and show that you may actually be management material.
So if and when you do get the opportunity to step into a team leader role, what would be the toughest part about that first step?
Well, I guess the first step is a complicated one. So I guess the transition involves, finding out what all the different metrics mean, as well as it's a bit of a jump into all the reporting side of things. As a consultant, you come in, you hit your tasks, but as a team leader, there's a lot of reporting and a lot of different metrics that you'll have to adjust to as well. But also there's that transition from, I guess, if you're promoted from within your team to a team leader position, you do have to find your feet and figure out, I guess, how you're going to work with the people and no longer be their colleague, but be their manager and be their boss.
Okay, so what advice could you give our viewers on overcoming these challenges?
Well, I guess what will come down, you can actually do a bit of reading on management. And I know that at the time it did help me out, finding out what other people think and, the way communication works and setting goals, motivating people and just getting buy-in, open communication. And they're all things that will, help you get along with the people you work with and gain their respect, to just show that you didn't exceed targets just as a consultant, but you can do it as a manager too.
Definitely. So now that you've been in the role for a while, what are some of the ongoing challenges that you face?
I guess the biggest ongoing challenge in the call centre environment is maintaining motivation. With your team, there may be some people who have personal motivations and they will fluctuate and come and go. But it's finding that motivation personally and at a team level, setting goals and making sure that you're continuously just striving to excel and exceed those, and that motivation doesn't lack. Because I guess, maintaining motivation over a 3-month period is a lot simpler than 6 months or 12 months.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So obviously motivation is a major function of the team leader role. How do you stay motivated yourself?
Well, for myself, it's about setting a long-term goal and making sure that, the flame is still alive and that you don't let it go. And for me, it's about, progression and continuously moving forward and making sure that what I'm doing now isn't just meaningless or a job, but it's something that's going to help me out in the future as far as my resume is concerned, and I guess within the company I work with.
Contact centres are large places and obviously there's a lot of career opportunities, so what would be typically the next step for a team leader?
It would depend on the person themselves, but I guess one thing that people don't realise is when you refer to a call centre, it's not just the phones. I guess there are quality assurance departments that come in for the call side of things, as well as auditing, IT departments, human resources, training, recruitment. So a number of areas you could move into. And for myself, I'd probably jump into the recruitment side of things, only because I've done it before, and yeah, something that I'd like to just take my skills one step further with.
So it sounds like there's quite a few career options out there.
Yeah, definitely.
So of course, to look for a team leader role or other contact centre roles, make sure you check out the Job Call website at www.ccmajobcall.com, where you find all the jobs available in contact centres right now. Thanks, No, for your time today. A brilliant insight into the world of team leading.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure.
Well, that's it from me today. I'm Kim Marshall, and I look forward to seeing you next time on AC3TV.